Peter Svidler, thank you very much for finding the time to join us.
Sure.
2.5 out of 3, a slowish start, so to say. How do you feel?
It's probably 2 points above what I should have earned in those games. I'm playing horribly so far, but it's better to play horribly and have points than the other way around, I think, in this tournament. So I'm not complaining, but yeah, it's not been stellar quality from me so far.
Why do you think is that? Is that maybe something to do with the pressure of playing on home turf? Or?
No, I think just generally rusty and taking my sweet time to warm up and start operating. Round 3, I just misplayed the opening, and from that moment onwards, it felt to me like at least I had some idea what was going on. So there's definitely an upwards trend in the amount of in my brain operating, but still nowhere near full capacity, whatever full capacity is.
So you reckon by day 3 you'll be at full capacity?
Yeah, like when the blitz starts, I will be ready and fire in the rapid, and I will have to switch the time controls, and I'll be useless again.
Yeah, well, that's how it maybe goes. How do you feel about the fact that this tournament is being held at Luzhniki Stadium? I mean,
this is my first time here, and it was like I haven't seen much, but my biggest impression so far was I expected to hit traffic on the way in, and the drive through the city took maybe 12 minutes, and then we drove through Luzhniki for another 20. This is like a city. This is a tremendous, the whole complex, not just the stadium, but everything around it is like a small city somewhere, and it's a very, very nice venue and seems to be quite well organized. So enjoying it. Pity there's no football outside, obviously, but.
Well, you do know that there will be a football match on Thursday, so you might join.
I'm not planning to break any more limbs. I have a long-standing tradition of breaking something when I play football, so I'm not going to be participating in that particular.
I have to ask, have you broken anyone's limbs while playing chess?
No, not to my knowledge, no.
But were you close to doing that at certain points?
No, I think there's some breakages. There are some stories about breakages, but not limbs, like people flinging things at the wall after playing a chess game. This is definitely something that happens, but not limbs.
How difficult is it to play an intensive tournament like this? I mean, from a perspective, to prepare and everything, and to have 5 consecutive games.
It's one of the harshest tournaments of the year, but it's also one of the more exciting tournaments of the year. I think most people really enjoy it, but you do feel absolutely drained by the end of the 5 days. And playing 5 games a day, even though they are fast games, you still feel like you've lived through like five proper high-stakes games of chess, and that takes a very large emotional toll on you, which is why this really is quite difficult. But it's also, the fun format. You can definitely have more fun playing shorter time controls than you can playing classical. So, and there's obviously a very decent prize fund. So it's nice.
On a more general note, talking about playing these tournaments and meeting players who you know or some who you don't know, do you like to chat before the game to your opponent?
Yeah, it's a social occasion as well. You see people you haven't seen in a while, and there's a general nice atmosphere when you play events like this. But it's also a very, very serious tournament with plenty at stake. So it's a nice combination.
It's a very serious tournament, and FIDE is trying to take things very seriously, including the dress code and the photos. However, you have a very interesting photo on your card there.
I'm very proud. I tried to sneak this in 2018 for the home tournament in St. Petersburg, and there I got overruled, and my eventual photo on the badge looked normal, and I felt very dejected. And
so what's the history with this photo here?
It's just a picture my wife has taken some years back, and then she had some program on her phone which allowed to use filters, so she chose some filters, and this is the result we both liked, so I kept it and I use it everywhere. And it's slightly cheeky, obviously, to be using this on an official badge, but I'm happy nobody complained.
Look, as you don't get some people saying you're misleading them by your appearance or something. That's all.
Yeah, as long as I don't get escorted out as an imposter, it's all good.
Well, if you're losing, then that's something important, I guess. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for your time.